What is the probability that you go out for a walk and suddenly find something that could make you a millionaire within 1 second? We are not talking about a treasure trove or a bag containing $1 million, but rather about something very exceptional: animals. You may be aware that rich people love animals, especially wild animals. They are willing to spend a lot of money in exchange for certain animals. Unfortunately, illegal hunters take advantage of these opportunities, which is a very bad thing. But do you want to see the most expensive animals in the world? Let's go. 1. The black cockatoo. No, my friend, this is not a Photoshop. This black cockatoo is a real bird and is very expensive. It lives in northern Australia, Cape York Island in New Guinea, and all the nearby islands. It considers one of the oldest parrot species in Australia, and it was the first to settle in the northern part of this continent. This may be due to some experiments, but this black cockatoo is moody and has a very bad personality. It is difficult to keep it in captivity. A small mistake in training is enough to make it an aggressive and angry bird, like all cockatoos. These blackbirds are vengeful. She never forgets if someone inflicts harm on it. In addition, this bird cannot be placed inside a cage because it can cut iron with its teeth, and a quiet life in the zoo is also not suitable for this black cockatoo. In nature, this exceptional bird feeds on natural nuts, and it is very difficult to replace this food. Therefore, even when it relaxes in captivity, the black cockatoo does not live for a long time and does not marry either. Finding this species of bird in the wild is almost impossible because there is not a large remaining population of this bird, and therefore on the black market it costs up to $16,000. 2. Arowana fish. This fish is one of the oldest fish on planet Earth, as it appeared on our planet in the Jurassic period. Today in Asia, this fish is considered a talisman to obtain wealth. It seems that this is why it is so expensive. The price of some species, such as the red arowana, may reach tens of thousands of dollars. Trade in this fish is limited because the red arowana is considered an endangered species. There are even rumors that the adult breeds of this fish have been controlled through a special microchip that contains detailed information about the place and time of growth of this fish, the name of its breeder, and even its entire lineage. The owner of this fish must have a certificate of ownership, and this chip confirms the legality of his purchase. However, there are many rare species lovers who would not say no to the opportunity of owning this amazing fish without any microchip. This is done by extracting it from the water, but do not do that. 3. The white lion. For a long time, it was believed that white lions were just fictional creatures from the beautiful mythology of South Africa. The first scientific observations about this animal were published in the 1990s. Since that time, seeing white lions has been extremely rare. In 1975, white lion cubs were found in the Timbavati Reserve. Imagine what these little white lions look like. There is an assumption that about 20,000 years ago, during the Paleolithic age, white lions lived in icy deserts. Consequently, it acquired this snowy white color, which served as camouflage during their domestication. With the global climate change on our planet, white lions began to roam the savanna forests and prairie plains of hot countries. Surprisingly, these white cats do not suffer from albinism and do not belong to any separate species. But their color may indicate a rare hereditary disease. Today the number of these white lions does not exceed 300 lions around the world, whether in zoos or nature reserves. As for the wild, their chances of survival are almost zero. It is possible to spot white lions very easily for the purpose of being hunted by humans. This animal is of great value, as the price of a white lion cub may reach $100,000. 4. De Brosse's monkey. In nature, there are a variety of primates, so we may get confused and not know which type each of them belongs to because they are all similar. But if you encounter this monkey, you will never forget it because this monkey looks like the grandfather of monkeys, regardless of its age. This monkey has a white chin, thick red eyebrows or one crescent-shaped eyebrow, and very sad eyes. They look like martial arts teachers. In the wild, these primates live in Central Africa, although it is very difficult to encounter one of them because they can hide skillfully among tree leaves, and they move very quietly if necessary. Despite their hiding skills. However, they are sometimes captured and transferred to other regions. The price of one monkey of this this type reaches $7,000. There is no comparison between this price and the price of white lions. There are still a large number of these monkeys on our planet. 5. Keel-billed toucan. Most likely, when you hear someone talking about exotic birds, you are sure to think of the keel-billed toucan, as he looks very unusual because he looks like the character from a children's cartoon. This bird has a large, multicolored beak, bright feathers on its chest, and a unique voice. These birds are a true gift from God to the exotic lover. These birds feed on fruits and sometimes on insects, frogs, and other small creatures. These birds live mainly in tropical and subtropical rainforests from southern Mexico to Venezuela and Colombia. But sometimes these birds are raised as pets in other regions far from their original habitat. If someone finds this bird and decides to sell it, its price will reach $4,000. Although the local police will definitely not like this idea. 6. Arabian horses. If you know anything about horses, or even if you don't know anything at all, you have surely heard of the Arabian horse at some point. It is considered one of the oldest and most famous types of horses. The Arabian horse has gained much fame around the world thanks to its beauty, speed, and endurance. The first horses of this type lived about a long time ago. 2,500 years. Since then, this type of horse seems to be constantly improving. Today they are mainly used in horse racing and horse riding, including the use of air and equestrianism. In addition, the Arabian horse is very beautiful. That's why it often appears in movies, and it's not cheap at all. The price of this horse reaches $30,000. As for the most expensive Arabian horse in history, he was called Padrone, which was sold in 1984 for a price of $11 million. Yes, you heard well, $11 million for this benefactor. This is amazing, isn't it? 7. Japanese macaque. The price of this monkey reaches $3,000. These primates live in the forests of Japan and tolerate the extreme cold weather in winter in this area that contains a lot of ice in northern Japan, where the ice can last for 4 months a year. Average temperatures in winter reach 5 degrees Celsius below zero. These monkeys spend the cold days of spring in a funny way. On very cold days, these monkeys sitting on warm water turn into hostages. When they go out in search of food, they feel colder because of their wet hair. So they use a labor system to obtain food. While some sit in the water, others bring food with their dry hair. Recently, these animals were included in the International Red List, which means that they are now animals at risk of extinction. However, these animals can still be obtained legally. 8. The ayam semini. Why is this type of chicken so valuable? In fact, it is a type of rare Indonesian chicken that is black in color. Every part of the body of this unique chicken is black, starting from the crest to the feathers and ending with the limbs. Even its internal organs are also black. This exceptional effect occurred as a result of the presence of a dominant gene in the blood of this type of chicken, which causes excessive pigmentation. In other words, the amount of activity in this chicken is 10 times greater than that of ordinary chickens. Therefore, this chicken has acquired a black color. This type of chicken appeared in Indonesia after hybridization other types of chicken with a dark color, and from here he succeeded in obtaining the color of black feathers, which turns green under bright sunlight. This type is so unique and rare that the price of these chickens in Indonesia may reach $100. In other countries, its price may reach several $1,000s. In the United States of America, these chickens can be sold for $2,500, and this is not the most expensive that they could be sold for. 9. The argali. Thanks to these dazzling horns, which reach a length of 190 centimeters, this creature is considered the largest species of wild sheep. This species is considered one of the species at risk of extinction because poachers overhunt them, and the loss of their original permanent habitat leads to a decrease in the number of these sheep over time annually. It is not surprising that in parallel with this, the price of these sheep also increases. According to some information, the price of this sheep may reach a few $1,000s. At the same time, the price of an adult animal on the black market reaches $100,000. Unfortunately, this increases the desire of poachers to capture it. There was also increased interest among activists in the field of animal protection. In addition, the matter is not limited to exploiting this sheep while it is alive, because its horns also have a great value after it dies, as their price reaches $5,000. These animals must have amazed you. Which of these animals caught your attention more than others? Have you ever encountered any of them? Tell us in the comments. If you like this video, click the like button. And don't forget subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell.